The winter of 1943 gripped Europe in a bitter war, its skies heavy with the thunder of propeller-driven aircraft and black smoke trailing from dogfights overhead. Somewhere above the frigid battlefields of Germany, a new sound was heard, sharper, faster, unlike anything before. It was the whine of a jet engine. The German Me-262 had taken flight, rewriting the rules of aerial combat. Word of this technological leap shook Allied command like a lightning bolt. America had always believed itself to be ahead, but now they were behind, drastically behind. At Lockheed's Burbank plant in California, a storm of a different kind was brewing. In a small, windowless room dubbed the Skunk Works, a young but already legendary engineer named Clarence Kelly Johnson stood before a chalkboard, sleeves, rolled up eyes intense. Around him, a team of trusted engineers waited for direction. The U.S. Army Air Forces had just delivered their demand: build a jet fighter faster than the Germans in less than 180 days. Johnson didn't flinch. "Give me 150 days, he said. They did it in 143. The result was a sleek, almost alien-looking aircraft called the XP-80, later named the Shooting Star. It was long and silver, with thin straight wings and a nose-mounted air intake, powered by a British-made de Havilland Goblin turbojet engine, soon to be replaced with an American-designed General Electric J-33. Unlike the rumbling, shaking prop planes of the era, the XP-80 whispered across the runway with an eerie grace. It didn't scream for attention, it hummed with promise. Test pilot Tony LaVere, a man known for his nerves of steel, was chosen to fly the prototype. On January 8, 1944, in front of a handful of Lockheed engineers and Air Force officers, LaVere climbed into the cockpit, taxied the aircraft down the runway, and opened the throttle. In a blur of acceleration, the XP-80 lifted off the ground, smooth, fast, and breathtaking. The jet age had officially begun for the United States. Though the war in Europe ended before the Shooting Star could see combat, it was no footnote in history. The P-80 was the first American jet fighter to be mass-produced, and it would go on to fight in the Korean War, where it engaged in some of the earliest jet versus jet dogfights in history, going up against the Soviet-made MiG-15s. It was also the aircraft that carried Lieutenant Russell Brown into history when he became the first American jet pilot to shoot down another jet in combat. But beyond the stats and the timelines, there was something almost poetic about the P-80. Pilots who flew it often spoke not just of speed, but of the sensation, like slicing through the sky on a silver blade, or soaring ahead of time itself. The cockpit, while cramped and lacking modern avionics, gave them a panoramic view of the world below, a world they were now flying above in more ways than one. For Johnson, the P-80 wasn't just a fighter plane. It was a statement. It said that when the stakes were highest, innovation could be faster than fear. It proved that American engineering, driven by urgency and vision, could reach beyond the horizon and touch the future. The Shooting Star would lead directly to the design of the F-94 Starfire, and eventually to Lockheed's legendary F-104 Starfighter and the entire line of Cold War jets that kept watch over a divided world. Even today, when one visits aviation museums and sees the glinting aluminum of a P-80 under the lights, it carries an aura of both nostalgia and awe. It's a time machine with wings, a reminder of a moment in history when the future wasn't just imagined. It was built, bolted, and flown into the sky by brave hands and bold minds. The Lockheed P-80 Shooting Star didn't win World War II, but it won something just as important: the race to the future. If this blew your mind, wait till you see what's coming next. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. History's greatest secrets are just getting started.